All right, yo. It's Fist Pump Friday. What up to all my vets out there, past and present, men and women. How we doing? Welcome to the show. St. Louis Organic presents Montez at midday. What up? It's Friday. All right. Somebody getting off work today somewhere. Somebody out there off work today. Who took the day off today, huh? How we doing, good people? Fist Pump Friday. People look forward to Fridays for various reasons. Day off tomorrow. Off early today. Payday. Well, they're probably getting laid. But people look forward to Fridays for various reasons. But here's to you, by the way. Drink them up if you have them. Green tea and honey. I don't know what it is, but I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Green tea and honey. I'm digging it. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. It is Veterans Day. To all the vets out there. What up, Navy folk? What up, Navy folk? What up, Navy folk? What up? What up? To the people out there eating in the restaurants right now, about to eat up. If you made it to Denny's this morning, that's what I'm talking about. Get that Grand Slam, that free donut and coffee at Krispy Kreme. If I was still able to drive, trust me, I'd have been doing the show from various places today. Checking in places, but we're going to remain here until lunchtime, and then we're going to start the day of enjoying all the wonderful things that people are offering veterans on this amazing Veterans Day. And still, if you're in the St. Louis area and you haven't had a chance to visit the Veterans Memorial in downtown St. Louis, just check it out. The renovations that your tax dollars paid for and supported, I'm telling you, go. It's a work of art down there. It is a work of art. College basketball is here. As a Kentucky fan, still hearing the laughters and the joke for the way we exited stage left in NCAA tournament. I love the fact they're giving us the all access on how we're going to get this thing back on track. And what I mean back on track, I don't mean doing the devious things that we were affiliated with or our coach was with the accusations of his type of coaching style and his recruiting style. No, what I mean by Kentucky basketball, let's play hard the whole game. Shoot them threes up. Get the crowd into it. Let's do something. Let's bring that style of Kentucky basketball back. That's what I want. I'm enjoying the early stages of women's basketball as well. You know, I had the pleasure of going to check out my little cousin, Courtney White, at Fontbonne. Went to one of her games last year, and I'm telling you, I don't know why I didn't gravitate to the basketball court, even though I did play basketball. It's more about that baseball diamond. And when pivotal times right here in the St. Louis area, pivotal times, we're trying to build this team, motivate these people, and put the right product out there coming opening day. That's what we're trying to do right now through free agents. We're trying to do it right now. High fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug this thing out. Sometimes you got to hug it out, you know. Whether you're on Twitter, first time, at W2B Dre Montez, Facebook Dre Montez, or you can check out the latest episode of our podcast. We have episode 499 is up. 500 will be this Wednesday. Don't know what we're going to do. Still trying to figure that out, but we had lots to talk about and lots to smoke over the weekend. I'm quite sure we'll figure something out by then on what to do on Wednesdays for a 500 episode of Who's to Blame, the podcast. And also on YouTube, Dre Montez, and as well as on TikTok, Dre Montez 63. And also the commercial break that we're going to take by our sponsor, Mountain Man Scrub. This past Wednesday, they have done a relaunch with the brand. So go to mountainmanscrub.com. or you can go to DreMontez.com, hit that sponsor link, and it'll take you right to their page. And they're offering 25% off on their rebranding if you put in the code Dre 22. Dre 22 in the promo code right there from Mountain Man Scrub. Mountain Man Scrub. And tomorrow is Saturday, and my man Ray and I get down at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time here on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and Roku Television. Soon to become an Apple TV as we break down all of the college football game matchups tomorrow. So 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, all the way up to kickoff. So check that out for you tomorrow as well. Lots going on this amazing Veterans Day Friday. Green tea and honey. Boy. Well, let's get to our 7 things to get through the day. We're going to let it go. We're going to ignore them. Let's give it time. Don't compete with anyone other than yourself. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. There it is right there. Laugh. You know, all of us veterans, I guarantee at one point in time, we had a hell of a laughter moment in the military. But it probably wasn't a moment to be laughing at, but we did laugh and we needed it. And we found out that was called therapeutic laughter. But you need those things. On a daily basis, I think those things right there are applicable to a very calm day and productive day. All we want to do is make progress throughout the day. That's it. That's all I want to do. Let's make a little progress along the way. That's easier said than done, huh, kids? I trust me, I know. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. As well, you know how I feel about my documentaries, right? As baseball being my favorite sport, I find it fascinating that I just now watched a documentary about Willie Mays. In watching this documentary on HBO Max, Say Hey, Willie Mays, I realized I didn't know a damn thing about Willie Mays. Nothing. I don't know if it's because he was on the left coast and the way the coverage came in the Midwest. I mean, he was done playing by the time I came of knowledgeable age to understand what's going on in baseball. Not using that excuse, but I don't know why. I didn't know these things about Willie Mays to be that great and that good. Why was I blocked from all of that knowledge until now about Willie Mays? I found that fascinating. I don't know whose fault that is, but I would sure like to find out on why I didn't know much more about Willie Mays until I saw this documentary. And this documentary is done in a way, not like Ken Burns. That's his own style. Not even like they've done the Jackie Robinson stories or the Babe Ruth stories. Any of the greats in baseball that I can compare this to, I like the way they did it. For one, the person is in it who is about. I love documentaries that include the actual person that is in it. People that played with them, historians, fans, whether they're in the media or not, people that work for the same ball club at that same time. And they put this all together in this documentary. Again, I'm not telling you nothing, but I learned so much about Willie Mays from this documentary. I'm talking, I had to lean in. What? I had to pause and did they just say what I think they just said? And I had to rewind it and I had to listen to it again and read it because I have the caption on. And I'm like, wow, I did not know that about Willie Mays. And the way he captured fans of baseball that were particularly known to go a different way, not trying to spoil it on who this player was at the time. But it was amazing how this sport shifted. And with everything going on in the 60s and mid-60s up to the 70s, outside of baseball and outside of sports, I like the way they covered that as well. They gave you both sides from the actual people that were involved, not someone else telling their story. You know, well, I'm going to tell you what they said. No, you weren't even there. You know, you do your background on some of these documentaries. You got to look at the people who made them. Who's a part? I read everything. Who's a part of this? Then you got to Google it. Then you got to get real knows. I wonder, who are these people? Are they related to how they know so much? If that's the case, we all going to make a documentary about stuff we knew a whole lot about. We weren't even there. But they did a great job with this. It's on HBO Max. I'm telling you, this right now, I've watched it twice. Top 5 baseball documentaries. Top 5. If you are a Willie Mays fan, now I get it. If you saw Willie Mays play, now I get it. And in my days of playing softball, I've actually played for a team called the Barons. In one of our jerseys, we had the Birmingham Barons actual team photo as a logo on the front of our jerseys. And the Birmingham Barons play a large role in this documentary. It is so good. When I told you what Questlove did about Summer of Soul, I told all of you, I said, look, he gonna win something. You know, he did win an Oscar, but everybody forgot about it because of what Will Smith did to Chris Rock. Many of you forgot that Questlove won an Oscar that night because of what Will Smith did. I think they ought to replay the Oscars and take that out to remind people what was accomplished last year by the Super Bowl director and what Questlove did. Forget for Friday. We're going to bring it back to you. But check this documentary out for sure. Check it out for sure. Just do yourself a favor. If you're a baseball fan, it's up there. It is well done. Well done. Very, very good job. And I'm hard on my critics sometimes when it comes to making documentaries about a sport I love. You know, don't overdo it. Get to the point. Let's go. It's like the long social media post. I can't do it. I have no idea what was said. Get to the point. Get in, get out. The long letters we had when we were in the military, we needed those at those times. But you send a person a long letter now? Oh, hell no. But back in the day, those long letters were needed in the military, man. Oh, man, they would get so detailed. And remember your friends would love for you to read the letters out loud? Tell me about that. Read that letter again for me, man. One more time, okay? I love the way he reads letters. Read that letter for me again. Everyone was a letter reader. Not saying that people couldn't read, but you wanted to bring life to the story. Not saying we were out in the swamp somewhere with no communication, but it felt that way sometimes. I was very fortunate enough to work and communicate with all different branches of the military. I was very lucky to work with different branches. I just didn't work with the Navy because I was in the Navy. I worked with all branches of the military. And I'm glad I did that. I think that really, I had like the United Colors of Benetton when it came to my work schedule and daily activities. I mean, never knew what was going to happen. And I feel that way since I've been a civilian. I look around my friends and associates and even my clients and all that. It's like a United Colors of Benetton type of situation, which I love and appreciate. As I said on Wednesday, shout out to Next Score, Larry and Jim, Larry Cohen and Jim Shelby. Thank you again for having me on the show for the relaunch and rebranding of Mountain Man Scrub. So again, that commercial was real, guys. That was real. Everybody thought it was like a little spoof or a parody. Yeah, it was real. Actually, actual company, whole nine. And they're offering you 25% off right now if you're using the promo code Dre22. I think they said Dre22. We're going to try that. We're going to take a little short break here and come back, and we're going to get into what's going on this Sunday, whether it's fantasy football, whether it's the NFL. Things are getting crucial right now on what's going on. Got some big games, big matchups. Going to take a short break. Right here. Come right back. Smoke them if you got them. Refill your coffee. Yell out, Mama Dre on the tube thing again. Happy Veterans Day, Dad. Happy Veterans Day to the first wife. Purse swag. You should be so lucky. You should be so lucky. Take a short break. Be right back.
Mountain man's as smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
And we're back. Uncle Dag has joined the show. Uncle Dag, what's going on, Uncle Dag? Happy Veterans Day to you, my man. Shout out to Louisville, Mississippi. Louisville, Mississippi in the building right there. As far as Oklahoma and Naptown as well. Got to say what's up to the boys as well as my dude Bun. Right there. All my truck drivers out there, Rudy. True story. I went to school with a guy named Rudy who's a truck driver, who's our wrestling champ, won state championship in wrestling. Rudy. Well, if you really pay attention to these sportscasters, media, and you watch and follow any of these shows, you listen to anybody other than yourself about your team, you probably think you're out of it, don't you? Now, this NFL is hilarious. The NFL is hilarious. That extra game means a lot. Some people make a big deal out of it, like the clock going back for 1 hour. 64.9% of Americans have been affected by daylight savings time. I couldn't even tell. Can't tell. But back to this football thing. If you look at some of these teams right now, what they have right now, moving forward, don't even look at the IR. Don't even look at the IR yet. Just what you have on your team and what you know about your team. Do you think you have a chance? As a Denver Bronco fanatic, I don't think we have a chance to go to the playoffs. They moved on Chubb too quickly. I didn't like that. They moved way too fast. Now, if they would have waited, but I knew what they had to do for trade purposes only, money situation and the way the team was going and looking at the schedule moving ahead. I get all that. But the analytics of the game, that's the problem. They deny no analytics to me at the wrong time when common sense need to come into play. Let's look at the analytics of kids 10 to 12 that are crossing the street on a city street between the hours of 2 and 4 without a crosswalk. How many of you think they'll get hit? As opposed to the kids with common fucking sense. Same hours, same location. Now let's track that data. Go. Common sense comes out on top each and every time. I don't understand what's so hard about using that. That should be the number one key component. Common sense tell me this here, coach. Common sense tell me here, player one. The film don't lie. There's nothing that film is showing you that is a lie. Why can't we do the teach back method from that? We make it so complicated, hard to figure out, hard to understand. It's just like rom-coms to me. They lied to us. In the movies, they tell you. First, they tell you in the book. Then the book be so damn good, they trick you and put it into a damn movie. In the book, they give you the written form of how to get back after you fucked up. After one time, after 2 times. You move away, you come back to the town, she's still there, he's still there. And in the book, they tell you, give it another shot. And it works out. But in real life, I call bullshit. No thing. No. I tell you what they do not put in rom-coms. The heart does not lie. It's like little kids and drunks. They're going to tell you the truth no matter what. No matter how harsh, unreal, real, how any way you need to hear it. Those 2 things are for real. For real. Why don't they put that in a movie? They talk about all these other, that's some real shit there. Show me a movie where it really proves it that the heart knows what it wants. Because it's out here in real life. It's in the IRL for sure. It's out here. That's one thing about rom-coms that really grinds my gears, in the words of Peter Griffin. Giggity. All righty, all right. Let's get to the part of the show I like. The NFL. The NFL. Are you guys up in football with your bookie or your dating gambling app? How's it going? Are you still dating the same person at the beginning of football season and you told them, look here, I'm a different person when football season starts? And they said, oh, it's cool. It'll be all right. Oh, you guys still together? All right, let's recap what happened last night. Thursday night football, you had the Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. I used to live in a Cackalack. Wife 2, Shrek, season ticket holders. Back in the day when I was still bitter, I used to say awful things when I saw my seat section being used. But the Carolinas and that Panther team it's special to me. After living down there, I'm telling the people in the Cackalack, the most nicest, generous people on the planet. They love everybody. And everybody can cook. The men, the women, the kids. Hell, even a dog can cook down there. And they have a heart of gold. And it's so hard watching what has happened with that team. Since the days of George Seifert, John Casey, Kevin Green, Sam Mills, the old Erickson Stadium days. It's kind of hard to see they went through all that to get to this again. But Carolina way to pick up that win last night. Maybe Baker's found his right spot. PJ Walker, caw. Only certain people will get that. Way to win that game last night, Carolina. Marcus Mariota, I don't know what it is, man. I can't figure it out. This team is in every game. The Falcons have been in every game. But somehow they keep losing. That has to be something that needs to be really discussed among not just the team leaders, but everybody. Everybody need to put their input in, even the ones that don't want to talk. I don't say nothing. I just go play football. Well, maybe it's time for you to start talking. The early game. Yay, we got early morning football on Sunday. Yeah. Early morning football. You feel like you're a part of something. You do your morning walk. It's kind of cold. You can see your breath. You get to doing that Sunday NFL films walk, that deep voice, putting your team colors on, hoping somebody sees you that know that's your squad and they give you the finger point and head nod. Good luck today. Seattle and Tampa Bay. I put an asterisk by this game. For a simple reason is Seattle has the better team. They have the better team going into this matchup. Tampa may pick up some strangers at the airport to play receiver because I don't see how. You just can't say, oh, it's Tom Brady. We got to stop saying that. At some point, some people on that team need to start showing up for work. I mean, we can find out how much money everybody makes, or you earning your keep. But it doesn't make any sense. But Seattle is the better team. This game is in Germany, first time ever. And I think the stadium glows in the dark. Something weird. I think it's the first one in the world like this. I'm picking Tampa Bay. But it's going to be a close game. 2 or 3 point differential. Next up, Minnesota, the Purple People Eaters of America, and Kirk, my favorite third cousin. And nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. But Josh is not 100%. This here thing here is not doing right. So it's next man up. Case Keenum. I think Case Keenum can orchestrate a team for 4 quarters. Make it real simple and achievable. The defense need to really step up. This is one of those games where Von Miller and the boys can have a really impactful game. But I got a funny feeling that Kirk and my favorite third cousin is real hot. Do you like that? I'm going with Minnesota to win this game. Next up, Detroit at Chicago. You see what Fields did last week? You see what give me Chicago. Denver at Tennessee. Oh my God. Who tackling him? Look, the key to tackle Derrick Henry, is not tackling him low. That is stop that. Got to tackle him up high. Don't, and you can't tire him out. He may run the ball 32 times in this game. He may run the ball 32 times. I don't think they're going to rely on the passing game to win this game because what Malik tried to do last week, no. No. Denver, gorgeous. The Sunshine State. Russ, did you do more unusual workouts and tell us about it yet? Just make it real simple. Just be you. Don't try to be anybody else in the locker room, on social media, all in the videos, on the stage. Russ, just be you. Just be you. That's the problem with folks. Be yourself. Be you. You can't be anybody else other than you, and folks should be fine with that. If you can do that, Russ, we got this. But if you try to be other people, it's not you, bro. Stay in your lane. Jacksonville at Kansas City. The first quarter of this game is going to dictate the outcome. Because I believe Doug Peterson finally has gotten through the sunshine on how to play this game of quarterback while learning with a young team that got your back in a defense like that. On the other hand, you got Kansas City trying to doubt everybody, trying to prove everybody wrong each and every week. I still think that Kelsey got away with 2 penalties. He took his helmet off and threw it off, 15 yards in sportsmanlike conduct. Then he had the offensive pass interference in the end zone. Look at the video. Video don't lie. But I got Kansas City winning this game, but I think the first quarter is going to really dictate the outcome of this game. I know that's early, Dre, but that's how I'm feeling. Next up, we got Cleveland at Miami. Cleveland defense scares me with this type of offense that Miami runs. So I feel a lot of sacks coming on for Cleveland, but Miami's going to win this game. And the Cheetah going to get close to getting that 2K this year to receiving position. Up next, we got Houston and the G-Men and the Giants. I like that Giants defense. I mean, it's no 2004. It's no we going to stop Tom Brady defense, but I like this defense. Give me the G-Men. All right, next up, we got the Saints at Pitt. They both have an issue at the quarterback position. Defense versus defense. The front versus the front, linebackers and secondary. I'm giving the edge to Pittsburgh in this one. In the words of my old Navy buddy, Herb Jones, HJ. I'm going with Pittsburgh. Next up, we got Indy at Vegas. They fired Frank Reich. Jeff Saturday from ESPN is the interim head coach. And they're playing Vegas. And old Carr can't seem to hold the lead or win a game. This is a toss-up. I'm going with Vegas. I'm going with Vegas. I'm going to give them another shot. Next up, we got Dallas at Green Bay, the nightcap of the night. Ron, I would have benched him last week. Body language, behavior, doesn't have any accountability. He's never done nothing wrong. He's never been at fault. Come on, bruh. Ron is the perfect man according to him. He's the perfect prototype of an NFL quarterback according to him. Everybody else is doing it wrong. He's doing it right. Okay. Dallas defense should be nasty. I hope they set the record for most sacks in the game against Green Bay. He wants to be that disrespectful to his teammates like that. See, if this was the 70s, would nobody in the offensive line block for him Sunday? Come on in. We're going to teach him a lesson. We're going to teach him a lesson. If he has any accountability, I need proof. I have Dallas winning this game. That running back situation needs to be handled. I don't think Zeke should be a starting running back of the Cowboys anymore. You can play the two-headed back, but Zeke should not be starting. Now, next up, we got Arizona at the Rams. A lot of people in St. Louis don't like this matchup. The hell with you, Bidwell. The hell with you, Kroenke. The hell with you, Bidwell. The hell with you, Kroenke. Both of them left here. If they play each other, it's kind of hilarious. It's kind of funny because Twitter goes off the chain when these two teams play each other. After watching Hard Knocks about the Arizona football Cardinals right now, and the way Buda Baker was yelling, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of losing at home. I'm tired of this. I think you're going to get a win. I think you're going to beat the Rams because the Rams right now, they don't have this. Remember in the movie Hoosiers, right at halftime? No, I'm sorry. In the movie Replacements. Hey, coach, what's going on? Heart. Got to have heart. And the Rams don't have this. They got the bag, but they don't have the heart. Everybody got the bag, but nobody got the heart. You got to have that. They don't have it anymore. Next up, we got the Chargers against the 49ers. Must-watch TV. Oh, Jimmy G. Oh, Jimmy G. But I like Hubert, too. But he doesn't have any receivers. You think Tom Brady don't have nobody to throw the ball to? Look at what the Chargers got to throw the ball to. Exactly. But he's not getting the same talk because he's not T12. He's not mama, it's that man again. But the Chargers going through the same situation. Lack of accountability at the receiving position. Nobody wants to step up and be the next man up. But I'm picking the 49ers and the G-men to do this. They got the two-headed monsters at running back or receiving, slot receiver. They have it all. So I'm going with the 49ers. We'll talk about Monday's game on Monday. So, again, let's go back through it. Great win by Carolina last night. I picked Carolina to win anyway. Seattle at Tampa Bay going to Germany. I got Tampa. Minnesota at Buffalo. Give me Minnesota and Kirk and my third cousin. Detroit at Chicago. Give me Chicago. Denver at Tennessee. Let's go Denver. But we must tackle Henry up top. Jacksonville at Kansas City. Very stagnant first quarter. Kansas City prevails. Cleveland at Miami. Oh, going to be a field day here, but the defense may get a lot of sacks for Cleveland. But Miami's going to win that one. Houston at the G-Men. Give me the Giants. Saints at Pitt. Let's go Pittsburgh Steelers. Indy at Vegas. Good luck to you, Jeff Saturday. Good luck. Give me Vegas. Dallas at Green Bay. Let's go Cowboys. Arizona at the Rams. Let's go Kyler Hill, Murray, and Buda Baker. I'm tired of losing. And with nightcapper, Chargers at the 49ers. Give me the 49ers. And guys and boys and girls and children of all ages across the land, enjoy the rest of your Veterans Day, however you may be spending it. Those serving now and those who have served and those who have now left us, enjoy the rest of your Veterans Day. It's been fun, as always. I love chopping it up with the good people. Love it, love it, love it. Get out, do your part, do what you got to do. More importantly, I'll see you tomorrow morning for my college football fanatics out there. And the rest of you, go Navy. Let's get some music. Let's get up out of here. Let's execute the day. There it is. All right. Hey, thanks again. Appreciate it. Until next time, I'll holler. Peace.